A lot of people always feel that you're just one person, you can't do anything, like, oh, whoop-de-doo, if I eat a vegan diet but the rest of the world isn't, then it's not gonna do anything. But we need to start somewhere, and if you don't start with yourself, then where are you going to start? Like, the only thing you can do is start and do the things you believe are right, and then hopefully some people will be willing to follow you, and hopefully this could be a way to save the world. If you're doing something great and if you're making an impact in this world, you should really get it out there. Hello everyone, my name is Anna, and this is my very first YouTube video, which I'm filming for a variety of reasons that I'm hoping I'll get more into. I have a bit of a confession to make. I don't really live the life I want to live, and I don't really make the impact that I want to make in this world. I'm getting older and older every year, and I'm still not doing the things I want to do when it comes to trying and make the world a better place. And this sucks a lot, and this makes me feel very guilty and very bad. I think when it comes to living a sustainable life, the only thing I do is I don't get plastic bags at the supermarket. I don't buy plastic water bottles. I hardly ever use straws because what's the point? And that's it. And in a world that's going downhill fast and is having all those huge climate problems, everything, like, it's crazy. We live in a world that is so unsustainable, and we live in a world that is in a bad crisis, and what we should really be doing is panicking, and instead what we're doing is starting huge campaigns for people not to use plastic straws. And I'm the best example of not living the right way. But for my birthday, which is in a week, woohoo, I'm gonna be making an experiment. I want to be the best I can be, and for the next year I want to live as sustainable as I can, and I also want to document it and make videos about it and write about it, so I can actually document my process and maybe even inspire 2 or 3 people out there so they can see what they could do better in their lives. I always like the phrase, be the change you want to see in the world, and I haven't, for me, at all. So for the next year I want to live as sustainable as possible, which is going to include not only like one topic, but I've categorized it into 4 major topics that I want to change my life. Number 1 is going to be my diet. I really do think, after reading a lot of things, after following a lot of people on YouTube myself, after watching a lot of documentaries, I have sort of come to the conclusion that the only way to live a more sustainable life is going vegan. You can't eat meat and at the same time say, hey, but I'm recycling. Like, yes, if you're recycling, that's great, but if you're still eating meat, like, the meat industry is one of the biggest climate disaster industry there is in this world. So really the first step for everyone who wants to live a sustainable life should be, how can I eat a vegan diet, which is what I'm going to do. I honestly don't think it's going to be that difficult. I think when it comes to veganism, a lot of people are panicking for no reason, and they're like, I could never do it, it's the most difficult thing in the world, oh my god, I need meat, I need fish, I need milk and eggs to survive. No, you don't. We live in 2019. You don't need milk or eggs or fish or dairy products to survive. You don't. If you want to live a sustainable life, can't have them. Doesn't work. Number 2 is going to be to live as plastic free as possible, which is going to be easy enough in some areas and difficult enough in other areas. I mean, I think I can even shop mostly plastic free at my local supermarket, like most fruits and veggies I can get plastic free. There's even like pasta in a cardboard box, rice in a cardboard box, so a lot of things are going to be quite easy to change, but then other things are going to be quite difficult for me. Oh, and also I have to say, at this moment, like right now, I am a horrible person. I actually prefer buying things in plastic because I can recycle them here and put them in front of my door, and then the recycling company's gonna pick them up from in front of my door, whereas when I buy something in a glass container, I have to walk 200 meters to a big glass container when I want to get rid of it. So I prefer to buy plastic because I have to walk 200 meters to get rid of the glass. Isn't that absolutely ridiculous? I feel so bad. And also I rely heavily on like all my soaps and conditioners and face stuff. Everything's plastic, and at this point I don't know, like I feel like I'm addicted to certain products. Can anyone relate with me? I feel like I'm addicted to my face cream, which is wrapped in plastic, and I don't know how to live without it at this point, which I'm not gonna have this problem for a couple more weeks or even months, because I still have some, which of course I'm gonna like use everything I have before I go and find new stuff. But like the panic is there in the future. This product is gonna run out, and I'm committed to not buying plastic, so I'll need to find a different way. So my number 2 is live a plastic free life. My number 3 that I'm going to change is I am not going to buy any new clothes for myself. I'm the type of person, I have a lot of clothes, not as many as other girls or women, but I do have a lot of clothes, and I do have a lot of clothes that I don't regularly wear and I only wear on certain occasions. And it does happen to me a lot that I see an item and I really like it and I buy it, and then I end up wearing it maybe 2 times and then never wear it again. Horrible thing to do. The fashion industry tells us that you basically need a new outfit for every season. Like, it's winter, you need to buy this. It's summer, you need to buy this. Every year there's new colors and new crazy things that are in fashion, and you need to buy it, and you need to throw away your old stuff because we want to sell clothes. And this is just crazy if you think about all the waste that is created by that. It just doesn't make sense. So what I want to do is not buy anything new. if I really, really need something, I'm going to buy secondhand clothes. And I feel like if I really wear the things I have, I'll be fine. Like, there's no need to be naked on the streets. For the most part, I have things that I can wear. Now, if I really get the urge for shopping, I can always go to a secondhand store and have a look. But then I'm thinking, like, what about shoes? Like, I don't know if I'm comfortable wearing secondhand shoes, because I feel like everybody walks a certain way, and if you like lean more towards the one side when you walk, and then you sell your shoes and somebody buys them and he wears them, then it's not the best thing for the posture and for the way you walk. So I feel like when it comes to shoes, it's not the best thing to buy secondhand. So in those cases, I'm going to like try and find an ethical brand that makes sustainable clothes, pays their employees a livable wage, and also is vegan. So there you go. It's going to be interesting. Also, that's another problem with the fashion industry, is that they mostly, like almost all the fast fashion brands, produce in countries, very, very poor third world countries, and they pay the people that work for them a ridiculous amount of money. And those people live under horrible circumstances, and they work under horrible circumstances for a lot of hours a day, and like buildings that are collapsing a lot of times. And this is not something that I want to be supporting. Like, it's also about how they treat the humans. This definitely needs to change. So the fashion industry is a big thing I don't want to be supporting anymore. So I'm going to try and work around it and find other ways that I can do my shopping and other clothes I can wear. And then the last big part, which I feel is often overlooked, like when you look at like all the major YouTubers, and they all have it down, right? They live this amazing vegan, sustainable, plastic-free life where they don't like support fast fashion. Like, they have it down. The one topic I feel that hardly ever anyone talks about is traveling and transportation. Flying is horrible for the environment. And nobody really thinks about that. So, or like, do you own a car, or do you use public transport, or do you have a bike? This is a big topic that everybody should think more about. And what I want to do for the next year is I want to try not to fly, and I want to see how that works out. And also, like, traveling is always like a decision. Do you really need to go to Bali now? Like, do you really need to travel that far, or can you just go to a place near you that it's also warm, for instance, and also has the ocean, but it's a lot nearer to you? So if you absolutely have to fly and you can't take the train there, it's going to be a 1-hour trip versus an 9-hour trip, you know what I mean? I don't own a car, so that's a good thing. I am very lucky. I live in Europe, and I live in a city where you can, like, bikes are king. You can go by bike anywhere you want. I have my bike, and all I really use is my bike, and I go anywhere. And if once or twice a month I really have to go to a place far where I can't take my bike, or it's like a snowstorm outside, I can use a tram as a public transport, and that gets me where I want to be too. So I don't have the problem that I own a car, and I have to limit that. But yes, those are the 4 big topics that I'm going to work on for the next year, and that I'm going to do as sustainable as possible. There's going to be a lot of struggling, a lot of figuring out, a lot of trying, and to live this life. And I want to be honest about everything, and I want to put it out there and hopefully inspire other people to maybe try themselves. So if you want to see more, if you want to see me do this, then subscribe to my channel. Write me in the comments, like, if you have any tips about going vegan, about plastic-free shopping, especially plastic-free shopping, about anything I've talked about, then comment down below. Let me know what you do, what changes you incorporate in your life to be your better self and to live a more sustainable life. So if you want to see this, follow me down below, give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you soon in one of my next videos. Bye! Oh, and also I'm gonna link my Instagram down below if you want to follow me on Instagram. That's a cool thing you can do, because there I'll be posting a lot more regularly, and I'll be posting like all the small changes that I do on a day-to-day basis. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, go and do that. And